What is up, everyone? Welcome to Garage 13. I'm Dylan, and behind the camera that's Hanson. And today we're going to be taking care of the gas tank and the fuel pump assembly. Right now we just need to take out the gas tank because I want to check for rust, because in a previous episode, I'll link it below, we took out the fuel pump assembly and it was all rusted because I had made a mistake and left it open and unsealed. So when you do that, gas and all that stuff rusts. So I just want to take out the gas tank and take out the old fuel and just check for rust. And if there is rust, we'll be able to get that out with some common household products. So right now, let's get started on the gas tank uninstall.
I'm ready to go.
Alright, so when uninstalling the fuel pump assembly, it just has one plug that goes into the harness, and then it has a top cover which includes, I think it's just 4 bolts, and then underneath that is the actual cover that goes to the gas tank itself. I believe that is 6 bolts, and then it has 3 fuel lines as well. You want to make sure you keep the order of those for when you reinstall the fuel pump, just so you don't have any issues with fuel, obviously. And now let's move on to uninstalling the gas tank from the bottom. One tech tip about working on a 240 or any car that's like over 20 years old: you should probably get some safety glasses, just because it's going to be really dirty underneath the car. You don't want stuff, 20-year-old dust flying in your eye. So invest in some safety glasses. The gas tank is held by these 2 straps, I guess, right here. And you're gonna access one of the bolts that holds up the strap on the outside right here, and on the other strap it's gonna be on the inside. It is a 18mm socket, and that's all you need.
I'm ready to go.
Alright, we're gonna leave it in partially just so we can take out the other one and so it doesn't fall on my face. This job is a lot easier with the subframe mount, just because you have a little bit easier access to the bolts needed for the straps on the gas tank. Also, this is cut because when I originally got the car, it had been sitting for over a few years, I believe. It was a project that never was completed, and it had like really bad gasoline, so I dropped the gas tank and basically did the same process a couple years ago. And what I did was I installed the strap without make sure this piece was cleared, so I had to cut it just so it clears. I'm probably just going to take it all off anyways, unless somebody in the comments tells me that it's really important. But access to the bolt just right here, and we'll get to it right now. And the third point of the uninstall of the gas tank, normally there is a cover right here that covers up the spout for the gas tank, the gas fill up. Like I said, I had already removed it before, and you know, people are lazy and they don't put stuff back where it goes. Weight reduction, in other words. So that is one bolt right here, which actually mounts the spout to the gas tank. Mine is either broken or I broke it. I'm not sure, I don't remember. But that is the last point of uninstall. So once you get the other bolts and the top part and the bottom part, you should be able to just drop the gas tank. So I forgot to mention that. Alright, well, what we were just gonna tell you about, it literally just fell out of itself. The gas tank is also held by this little piece of trim right here, which it just failed itself. Luckily, we put a little dolly type thing underneath the gas tank so it wouldn't fall far distance. Obviously, we didn't line it up properly, but as you can tell, this gas tank fill-up spout is held in by that last piece, which we probably should have taken out before everything else, but we didn't. So now you know. So we forgot one last fuel line. This fuel line is like the breather of the gas tank. So it doesn't actually have fuel going through it. It's just a breather to evacuate air out of the gas tank, I believe. And you gotta remove that as well. So it's just a clamp with no screw on it. You just need pliers to be able to pull it right out. After that, and that's how you move the gas tank. There she is, rolling down the driveway. Obviously, after 25 years, this car is 25 years old. It'll be 26 in November. It gets pretty dirty under there, so it's about 26 years worth of grime and dust. That's what it looks like. Alright guys, we got the gas tank out now. Now we're going to take a peek inside, see what the damage is. As for a cover, I've just been using some paint, plastic, whatever, and a wheel cover. And I've seen this before. It's discolored fuel and some buildup within the gas tank. So that's a bit of a setback because obviously I don't want to be running a gas tank full of buildup in my engine. So we're either gonna have to, clean that out ourselves or get somebody, or a professional, to get that cleaned out. As I've used before in a previous video to get rust off, I did baking soda and vinegar. That works really well. It just eats the the rust, not the gas. So I'm not sure if that will scale to a much larger surface area like this. So we might just try it, see what the results are, and then if it does good enough job, then we'll just roll with it. If not, we're gonna go ahead and get a professional to get it done because I don't want to mess up that precious engine. Right now we're just gonna leave it as it is, and we're gonna think about what we're gonna do, and in the next part we're gonna go ahead and get that cleaned up, fixed up, get the fuel pump assembly back in so we can get that back in and the subframe back in, everything else back in, and we'll be good to go. So that concludes today's episode, guys. As always, Dylan, handsome behind the camera. Peace out.